The vanishing that gripped a nation, the April Jones case. One introduction, the girl who disappeared into the night. October 1st, 2012, a sleepy town in Wales. A 5-year-old girl steps outside to play after dinner and never comes back. What followed wasn't just a tragedy, it was the largest search operation in modern British history, and a haunting reminder that danger can hide in plain sight. This isn't just a story about a missing child. It's about a community's desperation, a predator hiding behind a mask of normalcy, and a justice system pushed to its limits. In a world full of headlines, some names are burned into our memory. April Jones is one of them. Her name became a symbol of unity and heartbreak, a call for stricter child protection laws, and a powerful reminder that no community is too safe. Background: who was April Jones? Born on April 4th, 2007, April Jones was the youngest child of Coral and Paul Jones. She lived with her parents and 2 older siblings in the peaceful town of Machynlleth, a close-knit Welsh community where crime was almost unheard of. April was a joyful, energetic child. She loved her pink bicycle, adored swimming, and had just started primary school. Teachers called her bright, warm, and full of promise. Despite battling mild cerebral palsy, she faced the world with determination and curiosity. She had dreams, small ones like becoming a big girl who could ride her bike alone, and big ones like helping animals. Her innocence made her disappearance even more devastating. In a place where everyone knew everyone, losing April felt like losing a daughter of the whole town. Her absence left a void no words could ever fill, and her memory continues to echo in every corner of her hometown. Timeline: the night everything changed. That fateful evening, April had just returned from a swimming lesson. She and a friend were watching cartoons at home when April asked to go ride her bike. Her mother hesitated. It was getting dark, but April was persuasive. It was her reward for doing well in school. At around 7 p.m., she cycled off into the dusk, never to return. Minutes later, April's mother called her name. No answer. Panic quickly set in. She searched the nearby streets, alleys, and behind buildings. Nothing. Then she spotted April's friend, who delivered the chilling truth. A man in a gray van had stopped, spoken with April, and helped her inside. That was the moment everything changed. The neighborhood erupted into urgency, and police were contacted within minutes. The clock had started ticking, and every second mattered. What began as a routine evening turned into a nightmare that would haunt the town and the entire nation for years. The investigation, an entire country on edge. The police declared it a critical incident. Dozens of officers flooded the streets. A description of the suspect and his left-hand drive van went out to the public. What followed was an outpouring of support unseen in decades. Over 1,000 volunteers showed up, scouring rivers, hills, forests, and abandoned buildings. Local services halted operations to help. Word spread fast, and April's face was on every screen, bulletin board, and flyer. But despite the unprecedented effort, April remained missing. The terrain was difficult, and rain made visibility nearly impossible. Police feared she had been taken far, or worse. Then a name surfaced from several tips. Mark Bridger, a local man who fit the suspect's description and owned a left-hand drive vehicle. Each new lead reignited the search, but hope dwindled with each passing hour. The suspect, Mark Bridger's chilling profile. Bridger was 46, a father himself, charismatic in public, but deeply troubled underneath. He had a criminal history, assault, theft, and fraud, but nothing to suggest he was capable of this. When police tracked him down, he was walking his dog, unbothered. But when asked where April was, his response was terrifying. It was an accident. I hit her with my car. That statement sent investigators spiraling into disbelief. He claimed she was unconscious and he tried to help, but then blacked out. By the time he woke up, her body was gone. The inconsistencies in his story were obvious. He claimed amnesia, but he had shaved his beard and changed his appearance. No blood in his car, no evidence of a collision. His excuses were unraveling. Detectives were increasingly convinced they were dealing with someone skilled in deception and manipulation. Forensic breakthrough, a hidden horror. When police searched Bridger's home, they found strong chemical odors. The fireplace was still warm, and in the ashes, investigators discovered fragments, 17 small pieces of human bone. Blood was also found inside his home, on the carpet, in the hallway, and on a bath towel. DNA confirmed it belonged to April. Forensic experts also found disturbing material on Bridger's computer. Explicit content involving minors, photos of children in his community, including April and her sister. The evidence was horrifying, undeniable, and deeply personal. What police had feared was now confirmed. This wasn't an accident, it was calculated. His digital footprint revealed a long history of dark obsession, making the evidence against him even more damning. Trial and outcome. A nation demands justice. The trial began in April 2013. Bridger pleaded not guilty to murder, but admitted he probably caused her death. He claimed it was an accident. The court didn't believe him. The evidence was overwhelming. The bone fragments, the cleaning efforts, the van sightings, and the damning computer files. Not to mention his lies and conflicting stories. Bridger was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, one of the rarest and harshest punishments in the UK. His sentence was seen as just, but the damage had already been done. April's body was never recovered in full. Her family had to bury only the few fragments found. The courtroom was filled with tears, not relief, and the justice system stood under a renewed lens of scrutiny and expectation. Legacy, a town that will never be the same. In 2014, the government demolished Bridger's home. It was the scene of unimaginable pain, and no one wanted it to remain standing. People gathered to watch it fall, to reclaim a sense of peace. April's case sparked national changes in how missing persons cases are handled. It highlighted flaws in data sharing and led to improvements in child protection awareness. But her family continued to suffer. In 2018, her father, battling illness, forgot she was gone and had to be told all over again. Trauma will never fully fade. Yet April's name now stands as a reminder of vigilance, of community strength, and the price of missed danger signs. School safety protocols, neighborhood watch programs, and parental awareness campaigns all trace back to the lessons learned from her case. Reflection. What do you think? Could this have been prevented? Did the system fail April? And how many other predators like Bridger hide in plain sight? Should investigators push harder when even one clue points to something off? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective matters, and sharing it keeps these conversations alive. Could advanced surveillance or quicker vehicle tracking have saved her? Could stricter laws for online child exploitation have stopped him earlier? The world may never know all the answers, but it's critical we keep asking the questions. Each shared insight fuels the collective push for better safety standards and vigilance. Your voice could help safeguard another child's future. April Jones wasn't just a child who vanished. She was a daughter, a sister, and a symbol of a community's love and loss. Her case united a nation in grief, anger, and determination. We remember her not for how she died, but for the light she brought during her short life, for the thousands who searched for her, for the reforms that followed, and for the families who now hug their children tighter because of her story. If this story moved you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share April's story. Let it serve as a warning, a tribute, and a reminder that justice only works when we all remain alert. Let April's voice echo, not in fear, but in the call for protection, action, and change.